Dead twice. Adam had never believed in the supernatural. He thought ghosts were just stories, shadows of folklore meant to scare children. That was until he woke up in a hospital room, confused and alone. With no memory of how he had gotten there, the doctors told him that he had been in a car accident, a terrible crash. His body was battered and broken, and they weren't sure how he had survived. They said he had been clinically dead for over an hour before his heart miraculously started beating again. It didn't make sense, but the strangest thing was that Adam couldn't remember the accident. He could not remember anything about the crash. Only flashes of life before it. A life that felt wrong. As days went by, Adam tried to put it all behind him. He returned to his apartment, picked up his routine again, and tried to forget about the strange sensations that something was off. But every night, as he drifted into sleep, he dreamed of the same thing. A mirror. In the dream, Adam would stand before the mirror, his reflection smiling back at him. But it wasn't him. It was someone else, someone he didn't recognize. One evening, while looking through old photos, he found one of his childhood. There was a face in the background he didn't recognize, a pale, twisted figure standing just behind his younger self. The face was blurry, but there was something disturbingly familiar about it, and then the feeling of deja vu hit him like a wave. It was the same face from his dreams. Adam tried to ignore it, but the dreams grew more vivid, more real. He woke up to find his reflection was no longer his own. He would see himself standing by the bed, watching him sleep. Sometimes his reflection would smile, or worse, it would be staring at him with a look of pure hatred. He realized the truth far too late. He had died in that crash, and the man in the mirror wasn't just his reflection, it was the one who had taken his place. Face recognition error. Maya loved her new phone. It was sleek, fast, and the latest model on the market. The face recognition feature was her favorite. She no longer had to worry about remembering passwords or PIN codes. All she had to do was look at the screen and it would unlock for her. But one evening, she was scrolling through her photos. Something strange happened. The phone's camera flashed and it pinged with notification. New face detected. Maya blinked in confusion. It was just her. She had been using the phone all day. And the face recognition had always worked fine, but this time, something was different. Curious, she tapped the notification and the phone opened up gallery of her photos. There, in the middle of the screen, was a face she had never seen before. It was her face. Oh, it looked like her. Except the eyes were wrong, darker, almost hollow. The smile was too wide, stretched unnaturally across the face. Confused, Maya swiped through the photos, and the face kept reappearing in every single one. Her selfies, group pictures, candid shots, that face was there. Lurking the background, always just behind her own image. She felt a cold shiver run down her spine. Panic set in when the phone pinched. Again, this time with a message. Can you see me now? Maya froze, her hand trembling as she started at the screen. She was alone in her apartment. But she could hear a faint rustling behind her. Slowly she turned, half expecting to see someone standing there. But there was no one. When she looked back at the phone, the face in the photo had changed. It was now grinning. The eyes black and endless, the mouth stretched open in a terrifying smile. The phone's screen went dark, and a cold voice whispered from the speaker, "I'm already here." The roommate in 3B. When Kalia moved into apartment 3C, the landlord warned her not to knock at 3B's door. "Place my empty," he said. "Just leave it alone." She assumed it was under renovation, until she started hearing footsteps from the other side. At first, it was just at night. Soft, slow pacing, then came the tapping, always in threes. Tap, tap, tap. One night, she tapped back. Tap, tap, tap. A reply, tap, tap, tap. She pressed her ear to the wall and whispered, "Hello?" A voice whispered back, low and wet, "Found you." Kalia jumped away. The next day, she asked the landlord again. "I told you it's empty," he said, avoiding her eyes. No one's lived there since. He trailed off. That night, she dreamed of the door to 3B. It was open. Inside, the walls pulsed like lungs. A shadow sat cross-legged, smiling with too many teeth. She woke up screaming. But the worst came the next evening. There was a knock at the door. She looked through the peephole. No one there. Then, tap, tap, tap. But not from the hallway, from inside her apartment. She turned slowly. There, standing in her kitchen, was a man. Or what had once been a man. He was thin, sunken, with a stitched mouth and rotting skin. In one hand, he held a key. "Roommates," he rasped, "we always share." Kalia ran. The door wouldn't open. The windows wouldn't budge. He tapped on the wall again, smiling. "Your turn in 3B." By morning, the apartment was empty. The landlord shrugged as he had handed a new tenant the key to 3C. Just don't knock on 3B, he said. Why not? The new girl asked. He smiled weakly. Bad neighbor.